Welcome to the beautiful Asbury Hall Golf Club. I'm Andy Proudman.
And I'm Piers Ward, and today we're going to be telling you whether you should have a straight left arm in your golf swing. You're watching Me and My Golf TV. Okay, so today we're answering a YouTube comment from Tom Albus, and Tom has asked if we've got any drills on how to keep his left arm straight. He's a right-handed golfer, and also he's after more flexibility in his left arm. So there's a few things we need to discuss here. The left arm is the first thing. Should it be straight?
Not necessarily. I think the key thing is consistency, really. And we see, good examples of a bent left arm would be Curtis Strange, Lee Westwood.
Yep.
So in an ideal golf swing, yes, we'd like to see it straight, but it doesn't mean you can't play good golf with a slightly bent left arm.
Those guys were. I mean, Curtis Strange was quite bent at the top of the backswing, and Lee Westwood, we know, is very bent on the way through, but they have sort of compensations for the...
So they repeat a good motion with that left arm.
Yeah,
so
they're consistent with it, aren't they?
Correct.
Okay, so first thing is, don't strive too hard, Tom, for the straight left arm if it's something you struggle to do from a technical point or maybe a physical point. So on that note, Andy, we need to perhaps check the physical first. So we've got a pretty good drill we use. So we need, a test, should I say. We need to check the mobility here in the back. So for especially this part of the back called the lat, maybe the tricep as well, but we're going to go for the lat here. That's the main one, which that muscle is engaged every time we lift our arm above our head. Yeah. So what's the drill? Okay,
so we want to check, again, as Piers mentioned, the flexibility. So preferably, really, you want to get yourself against the wall. So wall behind you here, slightly bent knees here, and we're going to get the lower back flat against the wall.
That's really important, isn't it, that stays in there? So this bit here, Tom, make sure that this lower back is pressed against the wall. You may find it hard, but it's important.
So nice and neutral with the arms extended out. The key thing is keeping the arms extended. And all we're going to do from here is we're going to see how high we can raise the arms, keeping them extended without moving the lower back. So hopefully we want to be able to touch the wall, and the best players in the world will find that touching the wall really easily.
Okay, just do that again for me. And there's two main ways that you can you'll cheat. I mean, not obviously not consciously, but there's two things that could break down here. So lower back could come away from the wall, okay, like that. And as Andy's demonstrating there, the arms could start to bend, so they don't stay straight. So if Tom fails that test, have we got a little stretch we can do? Have we got something we can use? Maybe using the golf bag there?
Yeah, I mean, you can use anything. The golf club? I mean, you can use the golf club where we can just extend the arms out in front and then move back, and you'll really feel that you can get a stretch now through the lat.
Big stretch coming into this lat here. That head, if you drop the head down as well, even more, you get even more of a stretch. You can twist it around. So, it's a great way to get some mobility in that lat.
And a lot of people think it's the arm, but again, the lat's so important to be able to get that
the tricep can have a little bit to do with it, but it is mainly this big muscle in the back there.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's say that we've done that, Tom, and you can do the test first, and if it is tight, then do the stretch lots, and then it could take a few months for the stretches to kick in and actually give you the chance then to improve the motor skill learning of getting the left arm straight. But Andy, we see often left arms bend because of poor technical issues. Yeah. So can you just go through a couple of those? Yeah,
I think it's a common question that people ask us about the left arm, and we hear so many people saying they're trying to work on keeping it straight, and often it leads to some poor swing mechanics.
Absolutely.
So one thing that Tom's asked us is that he's thought, should he be pushing away with the left arm? Now, pushing away the left arm tends to lead to other faults in the swing. Yeah. As you can see, as I'm doing this, pushing away with the left arm will tend to sort of move my body this way, but also limit the amount that the wrists are working and create a lot of tension in the hands. So what we would like to see is that one of the things that helps with keeping a good left arm is just allowing the wrists to set on the backswing. So creating good mobility in this left wrist joint here, which enables then the left arm to stay in a more extended position without being too sort of rigid.
Absolutely. So just that one more time, I'll just go through a few other things. I mean, one thing I often see, Tom, is that when people really go to extend that left arm, the handle of the club gets very high very quickly. So if I said to Andy, now Andy's very flexible, but he's not going to use his wrists now, so he's got a high club here. If I ask you to keep turning to the top and keep your left arm straight, it's very difficult, isn't it?
Very difficult, yeah.
So what will happen is you'll be very extended for the halfway back position, but then it'll sort of give way and break down at the top of the backswing. That is a really common fault. So I actually say to people, my clients, keep the handle a bit lower, a bit longer, or the feeling of that. So you're feeling that the handle stays below your belt almost, and the club head gets above the belt line before the handle does. So if you just do that slowly, Andy, we'll get that on the camera there, so you can see the handle of the club is staying low, the head is getting up in the air, and he's created this great wrist set. Now from there, do that one more time and then swing to the top from there. He's just got to turn his body. So once he's created that wrist set, he can turn his body no problem. So you'll probably find if your left arm is breaking down, it's probably because you're just working too hard to keep it straight. And it's sort of locking down the wrists. And
You just want to just release the tension in the hands there. There'll be a lot of tension, I think, caused by keeping things straight in the golf swing, you know, as opposed to actually freeing up the hands and, you know, letting your arms relax a bit more.
Absolutely. So what we'd recommend then is do the test, you know, do the flexibility test with the lats. If you pass that, then fantastic. And if you're getting a good wrist set, fantastic. So if the arm is just bending a little bit at the end there, then maybe I'm going to worry too much about it. And as we said, someone like Lee Westwood, whose left arm bends considerably when he strikes the golf ball, well, his head drops 4 to 6 inches. So, you know, there's something there to compensate. So Andy, from here, so if you could just get your set up to the golf ball, sorry. What we're going to do, we're going to get you to hit a shot now. Now, all I want you to focus on is keeping that left arm straight. I say focus on that. The way you're going to do it is by getting those wrists to work, isn't it?
So you can see here, I'm really allowing the club head to work here. My wrists are setting fairly early in the backswing, and that's going to enable me to create that sort of good, comfortable, straight left arm.
Good. And just do that again one more time. So when we get to this position here, you'll notice that people talk about feeling very narrow. One thing I will say, they feel like they're very narrow in their backswing, but you know, there's plenty of width there. Even though you get your wrist setting, there's plenty of width there.
People confuse that with that width.
Yes. It's more the handle, isn't it, the width? Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So you've had a few practice swings, Andy.
Okay.
Let's see you hit a golf shot.
One preset again there, give myself a feeling of that club working.
Very good. Like it. So Tom, one thing I will say is, yes, you can go through the tests there, but don't get too hung up on it. There's probably more important things you need to do in your golf swing. A lot of people want the left arm straight for make it look aesthetically pleasing, and maybe sometimes you just don't need to do that. Maybe it's working okay. If you're really struggling with it though, and you want to send the video to us, enter the swing analysis competition we do every week. You never know, we might be able to do to analyse your golf swing. I'll say that again. We may be able to analyse your golf swing online here. So give us a thumbs up if you like the video and post any comments, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon on Me and My Golf TV.